It's official, Trump actually issued an executive order attempting to end birthright citizenship. As most of us probably know, birthright citizenship is a constitutionally protected right. If you were born geographically in the United States, you are automatically entitled to citizenship under the 14th Amendment. As most of us probably know, birthright citizenship is a constitutionally protected right. If you were born geographically in the United States, you are automatically entitled to citizenship under the 14th Amendment. However, Trump doesn't like that, so what he wants to do is argue the interpretation of the actual amendment itself and with an executive order try to end it for children born in the United States who have parents who are also undocumented. In his argument, basically his lawyers are stating that the 14th Amendment doesn't specify whether automatic citizenship should be given to children whose parents are undocumented, but it doesn't have to. The 14th Amendment is pretty clear, and I think anybody can interpret it the same way. Anyone who is physically born in the United States is subject to the jurisdiction and citizenship of the United States automatically. That's it, period. But it's also not going to be as easy as Trump thinks. You can't just draft an executive order and amend the Constitution like that. And I'm pretty sure he knows that. In order to quite literally amend the Constitution, you need 2/3 ratification from Congress, and the Supreme Court has to allow it. Executive orders are not supreme over the actual Constitution. Period. Now, naturally, as expected, the ACLU the next day filed a lawsuit against Trump administration trying to block this entire order, naturally, because it's obviously unconstitutional on its face. But in addition to the ACLU, 18 other states, as well as the District of Columbia, filed their own lawsuits as well. Now, I know we're all a little scared because the Supreme Court is primarily conservative, and they've already made some iffy decisions that I don't think they would have made maybe a couple months ago. However, I'd argue that even the most conservative Supreme Court would not feel comfortable with amending the Constitution just because Trump feels like it. He did this, he's basically trying to appease his camp. He marketed the most extreme anti-immigrant rhetoric in his campaign. Do I actually think he cares about immigration? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm pretty sure most people with a lick of intelligence knows this. However, I do think that he's doing this to appease certain people. He knows this will not get done. He's a marketing genius. That's it. The next 4 years are going to be really pivotal, and I do believe that a few social media platforms are already getting censored by the Trump administration, except for this one. I'm an immigration attorney. I'm going to be analyzing each breaking news as well as any ways to protect yourself and get status here in the United States. Follow along and subscribe.